The top stories. Southern England gets a thundery drenching. And temperatures soar in the Philippines. Hello and welcome to another instalment of WeatherBeat. My name is Nathan Foy and we're entering April the 23rd, coming into the beginning of a new week, and it's going to prove to be another week of weather issues, I'm sure, as well. But over the weekend we also had some closer to home, closer to Force 13 HQ, where there were thunderstorms, significant thunderstorms, which mainly affected, or rather most severely affected, the county of Hampshire and Southampton in particular. Well, we're alive on Saturday evening into the early hours of Sunday morning, or the website was updating until the early hours of Sunday morning, tracking those thunderstorms that were affecting the southern part of the UK. And to talk about it with me now is Michael Scott. Hi Michael, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, Nathan.
So, tell us about what happened in your neck of the woods.
Okay, well, overnight last night, it was starting in the early evening. It was starting to get rather eerie, as in, like, the cloud structure, because it's been a noticeably warm day, very clear, but then as soon as it hit around about 3 o'clock, we noticed that first clouds were starting to roll in.
PM, is that?
Yeah, 1500 British Summer Time, which is 1400 UTC. And it just suddenly all changed. It got very muggy as well. So the humidity increased ahead of the storm. And we were, as you say, live yesterday evening with the live coverage of these storms, and it was sort of up and down the cells as they were coming across the shore, across the Isle of Wight and into Hampshire. And
the Isle of Wight really got it whilst we were on air. And then after we went off air, it was Southampton itself that really got more than one wave of thunderstorms there as well. It was really the epicenter of Saturday night's event.
Yeah. So as you might have seen as well, a lot of people seeing on coming out on social media and also through some news mediums as well, there were some photos released where there was flash flooding in the Southampton area under an underpass, I believe, of one of the main roads, and a Peugeot has actually been submerged underwater, which is it looks rather dramatic as well.
As the authorities said, they were really struggling with the drainage system in the area, which just had too much water from all of that rain and flash flooding that was occurring. Also, I believe a chimney was damaged by a lightning strike, and lightning strikes caused some fires as well.
Yeah, there was a report in Hawker's Close in Totton, which is just to the west of Southampton. There was a lightning strike which damaged a chimney, resulting in parts of the stack falling into the garden, and also flooding has also occurred on several roads in the Southampton area.
There were also significant thunderstorms that affected other parts of the country last night and today as well. There was, Sunday is the time of speaking. During the daylight hours of Sunday, a thunderstorm near Cambridge as well. Don't know much about that. Was probably over a sparsely populated area. Didn't really do too much. But a really significant chapter in this year's weather, isn't it?
Yeah, it's well, it was, to be honest, to be expected given that how the temperature had suddenly exponentially increased over the last sort of week or so, because on the Thursday, I believe it was only around about 17 degrees, and then suddenly climbing rather quickly. 17 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit, because that would be Arctic.
We get the picture.
But yeah, it's been an interesting week weather-wise, and now I think it's going to get back to the seasonal average, and looking over through the next week or so, it's going to prove to be But it's already proved to be an interesting week weather-wise, but hopefully back to normality next week.
Well, there we are, and shame for all of those who want a little bit more sun. It's gone. Thank you very much, Michael, and I'm sure we'll talk again next time we have a UK weather event. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, now let's take a look at what's been going on elsewhere around the world in the last 24 hours. On Friday, heavy rain in Gansu province in northern China killed 1 person and has affected 20,000. In Kenya, flooding killed 7 on Sunday morning after the vehicle they were travelling in was swept away by floodwaters. The Vidarbha region of India has been suffering from heat waves in the last 2 days, with the highest temperature of 44 Celsius, 111 Fahrenheit. On Friday night, 200 homes were damaged in the central and lower Assam districts of India, with more rain forecasted. The alert level for Mount Kusatsu Shirane in central Japan has been raised due to increased activity, and an eruption is not being ruled out. And let us know about the weather in your backyard. If you have a local story or any footage for us, do send it in at any of our social outlets or directly by email, contact@force13.com. Finally, to the Philippines, who are also very concerned about heat conditions over the next few days, and has been the case for some days already. Heat indexes are through the roof over there in some areas, with a maximum heat index so far of 47.7 Celsius in Sangley Point in Cavite, which is over 115 degrees Fahrenheit on the heat index. The actual temperatures are approaching or even exceeding 38 Celsius, 100 Fahrenheit, and that is on the forecast over the next few days in parts of the Philippines as well. You can take a look at some of our graphics showing the temperature evolution over the next few days and some of the high temperatures to be expected during the day there as well. Well, that's all for now. Here's the list of storm names for tropical cyclones this year in 2018 around the world. As ever, you can follow Force 13's many outlets, the website, force13.com. You can also find our YouTube page, subscribe if you haven't already for the latest. We're also on Facebook, like our page on there, search Force 13 all in text, and follow our Twitter page, @Force13 is the handle. You can also add my Skype account, search Force 13 all in text, or Fool13, add extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.